Welcome to another edition of Ask Us Anything, live from the Adirondacks on a very rainy Sunday. And man, it has been raining all day.
Raining hard.
We are mooch docking tonight, literally mooching off of a couple of our viewers and our followers. Bill and Pam Roberts have invited us to one of their, they call this a camp. This is a cottage on a beautiful lake. Let me lift it up and see if I can show you. That is Lake George, and in that grill, see that grill back there? That's Pam. She's been grilling something. I think I saw her out there.
Pam and Bill are both back there grilling some chicken.
We wanted to go right on that dock that you can see behind us, but it's still raining, and the camera's not going to do real well with a lot of rain. So hence, we are underneath a porch at right here at their one of their camps, or their cottages, as we'd call them in other parts of the country. They call them camps.
I think that's something they say out east.
Out east, and up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
That's true.
Everybody has a camp.
But it's usually your deer camp.
Well, we have a lot
camp.
of you who have been here, and I'll kind of go through real quick. Let's start with the first in line. Peter G. says, Happy Father's Day. From Peter and Barb in Billings, Montana.
And the same to you.
Same to you. Did I put your name up there, Peter? There we go.
There we go.
There we go, so everybody can see you. Let's see, another Happy Father's Day from South Florida. Did you guys take the ferry across to the Adirondacks or take the long way? We actually came down through Canada. We were in Montreal, Canada, and came down that way, so it wasn't really that far down. John Roberts is checking in. D. Foley, Happy Father's Day from Dan and Dottie in New Hampshire. How many months out of the year do you travel? We travel every month, 12 of the months.
Travel. We go someplace every month, and sometimes, we're gone for a couple months.
Yeah, we're half to 3/4 of the time we're on the road, and this has been great. Ed is Happy Father's Day. Karen says from Killeen, Texas, says hello. So does Mitch in, where's Mitch? In Prince George, BC, and Brighton, Michigan is checking in, as is Carol in San Jose, California. Rhonda, Andrew, one of our regulars, just washed my Class A yesterday, and it's raining today in Massachusetts. Happy Father's Day, Mike. Thank you, Andrew. And hi from Traverse, the Backyard Birds. Shirley in Ohio. We'll do 3 or 4 more, and then we'll tell you what's going on with us. Laura is checking in. Happy Father's Day from Ed. And our friend Chris Crowley's there tonight. He's our editor and graphics guy, and thanks everybody for joining, and wishes all the fathers a happy Father's Day. So we have been really busy this past week enjoying the Adirondacks. We've had a ball.
We have been in the High Peaks area.
High Peaks area.
Wilmington. We've been everywhere.
Around Wilmington, up in the northern end. That was kind of our base for much of the week. It was a very convenient place. We spent a lot of time on the Ausable River, enjoying that, and doing a lot of hiking. Where else were we?
Well, we were Fish Creek and a lot of different places.
Campground. What was the other one? Roland's Pond Campground. Beautiful boondocking spot.
It was so beautiful. We pulled into a spot and loved it, and then we decided
the bugs.
Insects.
You can't see all the bites. The bugs.
They just about carried you away.
We did Whiteface Mountain.
We said uncle.
Whiteface Mountain. We said uncle to the bugs.
Right.
And where else? Oh, the Wild Museum. We saw that.
We did. Enjoyed that.
Beautiful museum. They have a thing there. I think is it called the Treetops Adventure or the something where you kind of, it's a walkway across the tops of the trees. It's kind of interesting. What else? We did Placid Lake. We saw Lake Saranac, Tupper Lake, more streams, brooks, and rivers than we can count. And now we are down on Lake George. And there is part of Lake George right there, as you can see from the dock. That's Bill and Pam Roberts' dock. And as we say, we're mooch docking. We are probably going to spend the night in one of their cottages. Our RV is parked across the street. And we'll probably enjoy all that extra room.
Okay, who's going to super enjoy is Bo.
Bo.
Yeah, Bo was pretty excited to get out of the RV.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he's ready to be their pet,
Yeah, he was very, very delighted to see us.
to be indoors.
To be indoors. Todd Larson says, just started following you. I want to live in a Class B. I like your videos and reviews. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Javier is in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Eva is in St. Catharines, Ontario. Mark Hotkins with Hitch is now in Camden, Maine. And Luann Milveni, happy Father's Day, she wishes everybody. How do I like my lithium batteries? I like them a lot. We boondocked last night. And no difference at all from being plugged in. We were rained out again last night. We were in pretty much all night last night, all day today, and
the mosquitoes have found us out here.
The mosquitoes have found us out here. Well, they probably will. But the lithiums have been doing great. We have, if you saw a previous video on the channel, we installed some lithium batteries not too long ago, and I've been very happy with them. Let's see. Here's somebody at Hightower Creek Vineyards in Hiwassee, Georgia. It's a Harvest Host. I don't know where Hiwassee, Georgia is. I'll have to find that.
Yeah, we're going to have to look that one up.
We will be at a couple of Harvest Hosts this week because from here, Lake George, we're going to move into the Finger Lakes region. And we will be enjoying that and having some fun there. We should be there probably around about Tuesday. We kind of get these same questions every week, and we'll just kind of answer them once, I guess. Are you happy with the FX? Yes. Does the slide out make it drafty?
No.
No. Why would it be drafty?
I don't know, but it doesn't make it drafty.
No.
I think it's very well built. It's a good manufacturer. Leisure's top of the line. You know, I don't know. Maybe if
Never
you
heard anything.
had a one that wasn't made well, maybe they're drafty.
Maybe it's not drafty.
But it's made well.
Yeah.
It's a good product.
Yeah, we're very happy with that. I've never had a slide before.
Yeah.
So
a slide is new. It's a little scary to me because it's like,
yeah.
You know, something to think
Bob
about.
says he just found us and we're his kind of people. Hey, thank you, Bob. We like hearing that kind of talk. Thank you very much. Happy
That's
Father's
good or bad. We're his kind of people.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
Betty says happy Father's Day. Betty from Michigan. Sharon Childress, sorry we couldn't get together yesterday. We were talking about doing a gathering, but the rain has been so terrible. And we have had only a couple of really nice days. And we're doing here research, taking videos and photographs for a book that we're working on, one of our 7-day adventure guides. And gosh, it's been really...
We've had 2 kind of crazy days.
Yeah, it's been insane. Hey, I want to announce this week. I told you last week that we would have a 7-day adventure guide out, and we did. We released it Wednesday. And if you haven't picked up on that yet, we invite you to get it. It's our 7-day adventure guide to Yellowstone National Park. And it is, you can get to it by just going to RVlifestyle.com/Yellowstone, and you can learn all about it. $7. If you don't like it, you get your money back. No questions asked. But it's the 4th in a series of these 7-day adventure guides, and we've had a ball doing them. The idea is that we will take a region, an area, or in this case, in this latest book, Yellowstone National Park, and we will carve you out a 7-day trip. We'll give you a route. We'll give you 7 stops. We'll tell you what to see to make sure you don't miss any of the highlights in the area. We'll give you suggested places to stay, to boondock, to camp, things to do in the area. And usually we throw in a couple of bonuses. In this latest book, we threw in a bonus tour of the Grand Tetons National Park and also a bonus tour of Yellowstone, depending on Grand Tetons on the south entrance and Yellowstone on the east end, or Cody on the east entrance to the park. Anyway, I hope you'll check it out, RVlifestyle.com/Yellowstone. And we're having fun now researching. Our next one will be right here on the Adirondack Mountains. We have enjoyed the Dacks, as they call them here, so much. ADK is the other phrase you'll hear about this area. Beautiful area.
It is.
Yeah, we've had a great time. So we also we've done boondocking. We stayed in a KOA that we really can highly recommend up at Lake Placid. And then we stayed, and I don't know why we did this. I booked it at a huge campground. We've never stayed in one this big. Tell them about that one.
Well, it was Lake George Escape. And when we got there, and as soon as I discovered that you booked us a night in a place that had 575 campsites,
575
I was like,
campsites.
oh no. And then we drove up to our spot, and it was in the middle of a bunch of cabins. I just, everything within me said flee. And we stayed, and we ended up really enjoying it.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was, it, you know,
I
if you have
am.
kids, all ages, it was a party.
Yeah, I am not so sure that I would not.
I wouldn't stay there for a week.
I'm not sure I'd ever stay there again, to tell you the truth.
But it
It was
was,
so crowded. So it was like a block party.
hmm
One street we walked down, we rolled video on it. I mean, there were 200 people on this street, and they had karaoke and people going back and forth in golf carts and scooters and bikes and trucks and cars and
they were all having
smoke
so much
fire and
fun.
burning garbage. It was, I didn't like it.
Oh, you did like it.
I
There
did like
was
it.
a bar restaurant right next to the playground, and we had some really good food there. If you go there, the food was good.
They were pretty smart because right next to the playground, they put in a bar, a pub, and they also had burgers and all that stuff. And so,
The food was good.
I mean,
It was.
for a
I
lot of
enjoyed
people,
it.
it would be a great
Oh,
place
they
for
had a
family.
great big fenced-in dog area.
Yeah, Bo liked
Very
that.
nice. Water
So we
station,
experienced everything
books,
from boondocking to that.
boondocking to very busy. But like I say, at first I was like, oh dear. But then I really liked it. And I would, different things for different folks.
Gary Martin says we should go put a waterproof camera on the dock behind us, and then give a live shot and put the green screen on the porch. Well, we could have done that, I guess, Gary. That's a great idea, but it's just easier for me to pick up the camera and go, look, there's
Pick
the
up
dock.
the computer.
And I did go out in the middle of the rain about 5 minutes before we went on the air here, and let me just show you. Here's the view from the dock, Gary. And that's you. Let me come back again. There it is. There's the dock. And that's where we were going to do it. But you probably can't tell there, but it's raining pretty hard. And that is Lake George in the lower part. I think we're just at the southern boundary of the Adirondacks Park. And it's a beautiful inland lake. So many beautiful lakes in this region of the country. And again, we want to give a big shout out to two of our followers, Bill and Pam Roberts, who've invited us to stay at their camp, which is the porch of which we're on now, and it almost has stopped raining. Now I still hear it raining a little bit, but it's good. So we don't have to do the green screen. That's it, and let's go back here if I can get the camera
Oh,
centered
that's
on.
okay.
There you
I've
go.
been out in the rain.
I just
I
saw
don't need to
Bill
be
out there.
on.
I think he's still cooking, so he's still cooking. All right. Let's go back to, let's jump through some questions. Lots of you saying hi, and if I start showing all of those, I'll never get to the questions, and I don't want to miss the questions. We love seeing every one of you guys saying hi, and we really are having a great time. Okay, Javier has a question about the our van, which is a leisure travel van. We have the 2019 model, and he's looking at the Unity Murphy bed in back without a slide, and he says that they're thinking about that. He said, should I rent first? And Javier, that's always our recommendation.
We always say rent first. Make sure you like it. It's such a big investment.
And it's hard sometimes to find one to rent, but ask around, go on Outdoorsy or RV Share. Those are two of the big peer-to-peer. Many of the people who have RVs rent them out. And you can see if you can rent one there, but that is always one of the things that we think is pretty good. Lonnie wants to know if the mosquitoes wear saddles. It isn't the mosquitoes that have been so bad.
Well,
I mean,
mosquitoes right now.
Yeah, they're coming out now, but it's these little black flies. These
The black flies got you.
They look like gnats. They're very tiny little flies, but they don't just bite you. They rip your flesh out, and wow! And you can hardly see them. I did a video, and you'll see them swarming the camera, and I've got the scars here to prove it for you. If you could look, you can't see them very well there, but anyway, it's the black flies that were the ones that were.
Now the
really
black flies
good.
in Michigan are huge.
Yeah.
Great big guys.
Yeah, they were. Let's go through and see some more questions. Lots of you asking questions and saying hi. Bob Zagani, our friend from New England says, good evening, Mike and Jennifer. You guys have been busy. Yes, we have, Bob, and we're having more fun than we know what to do with it. It's been just great. Let's see, who else we got in there? Many of you saying hi. Many of you are sharing stuff where you are going.
Well, that's fun to hear where others are going.
Do you think you'll inspire LTV to put lithium in their units? I don't know.
When
We
they're
put them
ready,
when they're ready, and they think that
if they're 100%,
that they're 100% and that they're for everybody in their that buys them. Most people don't need them. We camped with a couple of folks who had they were in a Travado next to us in up near Lake Placid, and they're full time in their Travado. Been on the road for a year and a half. They just have 2 AGMs. They've never needed them. So lithium, are great. We love our Battleborn lithium batteries, and we do a lot of boondocking, but they're not for everybody. And they're very expensive. They're $1,000 a battery, just about. So I don't know if I think they may offer them as an option someday, but I think they know their market certainly better than we do, and lithium is not for everybody, and
they're
not everybody
expensive.
not everybody needs them.
The big plus thing is they don't weigh that much.
Yeah, yeah. Not everybody needs it.
That's a lot of money just to have lighter weight.
Let's see, Eileen. Hope you had an enjoyable day. We have a lacrosse weather station based upon your recommendation. Oh, that's the one we have inside. How did you install your interior and exterior sensor? Well, I installed the interior with double stick Velcro, heavy duty Velcro, and I mounted the outdoor sensor and the back of our unit with the same stuff, and it holds up. I change the battery once a year in it, and then I put new Velcro on when I change it, when I take it off from the back. But that works great. And what's the size of the convection microwave? Can different sizes be installed? Depends on the manufacturer, Bill. They all have a certain size that they cut out for. It's usually the high point model. If you're building your own, you can configure it for whatever size you want. But if you're having one built by one of the RV manufacturers, you're gonna have to take the sizes that they give you, because they don't really do custom work like that. At least not very many of them do. Do you have any must-see sites in North and South Dakota to recommend? Thanks in advance. Theodore Roosevelt National Park, North Dakota, hands down one of the neatest national parks we've ever been to.
We enjoy it.
Doesn't get the respect it should, because everybody's on their way out to Yellowstone or Glacier, and they kind of go right past it. It's probably our second favorite national park, wouldn't you say?
We like it. We've had some good times there.
And when you stay there, make sure you book a couple of times. You want to, in the summertime, go to the little town of Medora, North Dakota, Medora, and take in the Medora Musicale. It's a summertime, old-time fashioned, old-time foot stomping musical outside in the most beautiful natural
and they even serve a
theater you've
dinner
ever seen.
ahead of time if you want to do the dinner.
Cowboy dinner. They cook the cowboy. They cook
How
the
are those
steaks on pitchforks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we love South Dakota as well. If you go to the YouTube channel here, look under our favorite trips, one of the playlists. We did I think it's 9 stops, 9 things you must see along in South Dakota. Everything from the Badlands, and of course Mount Rushmore, but fun little stops. So lots of stuff on the channel here, both about Theodore Roosevelt National Park and stuff to see in like the Musicale in North Dakota, and then stops along, I think it's Route 90 going out. We love both of those states. They go on forever, especially South Dakota.
No, Texas goes on forever.
Texas does, yeah. Lindsay says, Adirondacks, June, not the best time to be there because the black flies, usually gone by July. Well,
that's good to hear.
That is good to hear. It's kind of like the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. They have the same things, and they kind of go away. What's the weather like in Canada, and do you have problems getting out of Canada? No, it's very simple to get in and very simple to get out. Just follow the rules. If you want to see how easy it is to get into Canada, look at the video that we have up this week, our featured video this week, which is going camping in Canada. We document the whole thing about going through immigration. Coming back, it's just the same. It was probably even easier coming back. The easiest crossing coming back into New York State from Montreal that we had last week was really easy. So
Well, it's easy, like in the North Dakota too. It seems like coming back. It seems like everybody's nicer in the center part of the country.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Jeff Taylor, are you scheduling meetups during your travel? Well, we
We
thought
were
about,
trying to for yesterday, and it went
yeah,
flat.
we were gonna, and you know what? We're not gonna anymore. It's just too.
Ooh, I got
It's
mosquitoes.
to schedule them. I got to know where I'm going to be in a week, and I don't know where I'm going to be in a week.
And then the weather too. Yesterday
Yeah.
was rainy.
Uh,
We've been in a lot of rain.
I'll tell you what. I'll do one in about an hour. If anybody wants to meet in Lake George, we'll invite everybody over to Bill and Pam's
Oh,
house.
now
Hey,
don't
Bill,
say
are you
that.
out
No,
there?
they're
No.
making us dinner.
Are
when
they
we get
making us
done.
dinner?
Yes, yes.
Oh, on that grill right there?
Yep, they're grilling
See
some
that
chicken.
grill? Oh, well,
They're
okay.
being very gracious.
Okay, then come on over to Bill and
No,
Pam's
no,
for
no,
dinner.
no, no.
No.
You can't
No.
invite everybody.
Okay. They wouldn't like that.
No.
Well, that's good. I'm hoping we're going to get a boat ride on that lake tomorrow.
Oh, I'm gonna these mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Chris has just put links up to all those videos I was just talking about on the national parks, and you can see those right there. We've got our videos answering some of the questions that many of you have had. They're all right there. So that was fun. Now, we haven't. The video we'll have coming up this week. In fact, I edited part of it today because it was such a rainy day. Is on this. Rally, this Leisure Travel Vans rally that we went to in near Montreal last week, in which everybody spoke French except us. But still, we had a ball. Gave tours of our unit, and then we took tours of theirs, learned a few things, and so that will be coming
And then
up.
we were so upset because once you did that, you realized that you didn't shoot any of the food because there were two great dinners.
I don't know what to do about that.
We never.
I
think about food.
watched the other YouTube bloggers out there, and it seems like they spend a whole lot of time showing people what they eat and showing them eating it. And I don't know. That seems boring to me. Maybe I should.
Well, no,
I did
we
shoot you
should-
yesterday cooking dinner.
Yeah,
Somebody asked us if we'd do it, and so we didn't have
it
anything.
was
It was
very
raining.
exciting
So
because I grilled some veggies
yeah, she grilled veggies
and then threw in steakums.
yeah. Well, it's my little keto
It's
meal.
a keto meal.
So I did do that.
It was very thrilling.
And maybe I should show more pictures of what we eat along the road because we do eat, obviously.
We'll
but-
take them to A&W with us.
Yeah, yeah, I like A&W.
In Canada, the A&W was so good. Now, either I was really, really hungry or they have
Better
different
meat.
quality of meat.
Yeah, I don't know. I like A&W. They always are fun. They're
Not
always fun.
always.
What's your take on caravanning? We don't do it. I mean, and assuming you're meaning the same, where a bunch of people travel together. We don't do it because we would get you guys
They'd
so
kick us out.
frustrated. We don't make any plans other than tomorrow. That's about it. That's about all we do. We don't.
Every time we make plans, we get in trouble because something
Everybody
comes
say
along.
hi to. Is that Pam out there? Hey, Pam!
I said,
Wave to everybody, will you? Wave to everybody.
oh, now Bo's barking.
Bo's barking.
Now we
Yeah.
got Bo barking.
Yeah, yeah,
Bo
that's
all
Pam.
wound
That's
up.
our host. And we had another couple invite
Bo,
us
quiet. It's
to-
okay.
to their place over on. Is Bo inside looking at
Yes.
us? Okay, Bo's inside. Bo's making his cameo. That's Bo. I don't think you can see him in the dark window, but
Bo's
he
upset.
doesn't-
We're yelling.
yeah, we're yelling. There must be a reason.
Yep.
We had another couple invite us to Vermont, and it was across Lake Champlain,
And we would
love to have gone there.
I'd like to go to Vermont.
But we got messed up by the bad weather, and we weren't able to shoot a lot of what we hoped. So,
Bo is inspired.
yeah,
now to
Bo
bark.
is inspired now.
Elk hounds like to bark. If you think Bo is cute, a lot of hair, and they like to bark.
Yeah, and he's been a good boy
been
on
a
this
very
trip.
good
I do
dog.
have to say.
Very good boy.
Yeah, I did. How does the Unity handle in the wind compared to a B van? I don't really notice much of a difference. I've driven it. We're on over 6,000 miles, I think, on it now, and I've had it in all kinds of weather, from snow to thunderstorms to wind, and
I love your initiation with the blizzard.
yeah, but I have not had any real problem with the Unity handling in
Well,
wind.
Well, we were in South Dakota. We got some bad weather
That
too.
wasn't the Unity.
Oh,
That was the Wonder.
well, that was the wonder. But we drove the Unity home from Salt Lake City.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm saying South
Yeah,
Dakota.
Salt
I
Lake
meant
City. We
Utah.
didn't
Yeah,
get.
that was the wonder.
We,
Sorry.
we had a little snow in the mountains, but no.
Yeah.
But I've been in a lot of wind with it, and now Jennifer doesn't drive it. She thinks it's too big. And I honestly think it drives better than a B. It really does. That new 2019 chassis. And guys, I'm talking to you. Trust me, it drives better. This electronic steer-by-wire that the Mercedes has in the 2019 is so nice. That steering is handled so well. The seats are more comfortable. It's just I really like driving the Unity.
You take me out
Um,
to the sandhills
take
so I
you
can
out.
practice
Oh
driving.
yeah. When we first started
That's how I
driving,
learned how to drive the B.
she didn't want to drive the B either until we got out to Nebraska and we hit a bunch of 2-lane roads and the Nebraska sandhills. But I have no problems driving it at all, so it's pretty good. Would you go to Advanced RV to see their product and cutting edge technology they're using in comparison to recent developments in the RV world? We just came back from Advanced RV not long ago, and there's a big video we just did. Go look on our channel. We just did a big video on Advanced RV. We're very good friends with Mike and Marcia, the owners of Advanced RV, and in fact, they're on our list. We may stop by Willoughby, Ohio, and just to say hello to them and have lunch or something with them on our way back from here, because we'll be driving the Ohio Turnpike back after we leave New York.
And we were kind of talking to them about maybe one of those 7-stop adventures in that area.
We may do one based on there, but we have a very good relationship with Advanced RV. They do a custom, whatever you want in an RV, they'll do. And if you look at our video, they're probably the most expensive Class Bs. Like 400 grand is not an unusual expense. But the people who buy them, it's a very limited number. It's not for you, the masses out there. Don't say, I'm too poor, or it's for rich people. They are. You got to be able to afford a lot of money. But they make absolutely gorgeous Class Bs, custom. Each one has a name. You go look at our video on Advanced RV, and you'll see. So we're big fans of theirs. Love their stuff. Absolutely love it. A lot of people, our friends Kathy and Les, were just there this week and got their air conditioning. They have an air conditioning system that is so quiet, you wouldn't believe it. And they upfitted their Pleasureway with that air conditioner. So we know those guys well, have a video up, just visited them not that long ago, and you can watch the build process and an interview with Mike. He talks about the technology, and you'll find that right here on the same channel that you're watching now. Eric McDonald, enjoy you too, purchased a CrossFit. It's made by Coachman. Last March, loved the way the Ford Transit drives and looking forward to adventures. Yeah, they changed the name CrossFit because whoever has that name for workouts and stuff, I guess they threatened, they said they violated their copyright name. So they have a new name for the CrossFit. I can't remember what it is, but they make a really nice, that's in the shorter chassis. It's on the Ford Transit chassis, but it's a really nice, it's a nice one. Coachman makes a really nice Class B, both the CrossFit, whatever the new name is for the CrossFit, and the Galleria with lithium. I like that. I like the way they have 2 beds in the back there.
Right.
Yeah, that's a really nice bike. So that's great. Show us some of the vans they are working on. He's not listening to me. I did. Go look at the video.
If you look at the video, you'll see some vans.
Yeah, go look at the video.
They make 18 vans a year.
Yeah, that's all they make that are new.
They all have a name.
Every one of them has a name, and they're just really nice. But you got to have a lot of money to afford one of those. We met a guy when we were there who.
If they go to the video, they'll see this guy.
Yeah.
They'll see his love for his van.
Yeah, well, just to tease you a little bit on the video, as we walked in, we saw this guy, the back end of, the doors to come into the factory, and they just brought a rig in, and this guy was hugging this van, hugging it.
Well, he waited a long time to get it.
And he was getting delivery of it, and so he gave us a tour, and it was
He came from
really
California.
fun.
He and his son were driving it back.
How do you plan on dealing with your new lithium batteries in the wintertime? I don't have to deal with them. They'll deal with themselves. They shut down and they don't accept a charge when it's too cold or a discharge when it's too cold. And they warm up. They have their own battery management system in it. And we'll be using them just as we used lithium before. Early on, the very first lithium batteries, 5-6 years ago when they were putting them in RVs, had a lot of issues with them, but Battleborn, the folks who make ours, have solved those issues, and it's just it's not a problem. Hey guys, so happy to catch you live. I'm 32 and going full time in weeks, and my new 38-foot diesel pusher. Well, congratulations, Mark. A lot more people your age are doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are not full timers,
No,
and I don't think we would be.
I don't think we will be.
Yeah.
You never say never, but I don't think
Yeah,
we
I
will
mean,
be.
we're close enough with 3/4 of
You
the
know,
time.
when you have kids and grandkids, it's
Yeah.
hard.
Have you ever stayed at one of the rest areas on the Ohio Turnpike with electric hookups? I didn't know they had electric hookups
Yeah.
there. We've pulled over many times, but I've never seen them with electric hookups. We want to stay at one and wondered about them. Every state's a little different. Some states let you spend the night. Some states don't. Some states that say you're not supposed to really don't care if you do. We have often stayed at rest areas overnight. My only complaint is that they're noisy and there's a lot of traffic in and out because, they're used 24 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
So we always prefer someplace else, like a Cracker Barrel or a Cabela's or a Boondocker's Welcome or a Harvest Host if we can find one of those. But I didn't know that they have electric hookups on the Ohio
We'll
Turnpike.
have to
I'll
check
look.
that out.
I'm sure we'll be passing that way in a week or two, and we will take a look and see. It should be it's pretty neat. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think we got dinner ready from Bill and
You're cutting it short
Pam.
tonight. Half an hour?
Half an hour. Yeah.
Well,
why not?
You can answer a few more questions.
Well, I could, but I don't know. We're done. I don't see any more questions on there.
Oh, dear.
I've kind of gone through there really quick. I skipped over some of them. Donna says we just got our LTV Unity rear twin bed. We like that model a lot. Donna, that's great. You're going to have a wonderful time with it. They're just a really quality, Leisure makes a really nice van. We have really enjoyed them a lot. Let's see, I'm going back looking for stuff that I've missed. Gosh, I'm going back repeating myself. Have you ever done Route 66, the Lincoln Highway? We have done Route 66.
In fact, we liked it so much we've been thinking about perhaps doing it a second time.
And that's not the reason why. We did like it, but why do we want to do it a second time?
Because we got robbed. What was it, our second day?
Our
Somebody
second
broke
day.
into our vehicle and stole all of our cameras and equipment, computers, all the pictures that you had taken.
We had a glorious first day from Chicago to St. Louis. And it was, we had shot a lot of stuff. Actually, we overnighted someplace between the two of those. Got a lot of video done on that. Then shot from there to almost St. Louis. And we decided in Collinsburg, I think that was the name, in Collinsburg, Illinois, to grab dinner there.
Dinner, 6
We
o'clock.
didn't want to drive across into St. Louis because there's a lot of traffic and we didn't want to try and get off the freeway. So we took this exit. We ate at a shopping center. It was a pretty nice
Rush
shopping
hour.
center. It was rush hour, lots
Upscale.
of traffic, upscale. We were in there 35, 40 minutes. Ty, our dog at the time, was in our van. And we came out and we had been robbed. Somebody had gotten inside of it. We got him on dash cam. But the
Got a picture of him.
police said that they came from across the river and they couldn't go after him. And they took everything. $10,000 worth of stuff. All of our computers. I'm sick talking about it. My cameras,
You were up
video
all
cameras,
night
everything.
trying to
And
fix everything.
and your stuff, personal records, and it was I had to make a determination. What do I do? And my bank stuff was on my computer, so we went to a Best Buy, and I had to buy 2 new computers, just like that. That was a huge hit. And then I spent literally 24 hours going on, shutting down other accounts, and it was a mess. So anyway, that was the end of my Route 66. We did do a little bit more, but because we'd lost all the work before, it just wasn't. I didn't end up doing a big story on it.
Oh, we were
as I'd
looking
like
for
to.
we were looking for the big jar of ketchup. Was that it that we were?
Yeah, we were going to
Yeah.
look. Yeah,
And then if I would have
Yeah.
flipped the page over, it said it was a bad neighborhood.
yeah,
I just didn't read the next page.
yeah. So
it is a bad neighborhood.
anyway, so we have done this, Nancy, and we had a bad experience at the end of it. and I would have loved to have done more, but
We were really having fun.
we were having fun. But that really took a lot of stuff. And here's an interesting question: did your solar recharge the lithium batteries today? Not today. There's no look. I mean, I think the rain has actually stopped to a drizzle, but it didn't today. However, I wrote it all down. I wonder if I can even pull it up here. I wrote it all down the other day because we were boondocking, and I wanted to see how low my batteries would go, and I did. Aha. Okay, so I woke up in the morning, and it was the batteries at 9 a.m. were at 51%, which is pretty good because we were using it. On a sunny day, by 11:40 a.m., the batteries were at 66%. By 1:30 p.m., the batteries were 79%. By 3:15, they were 89%. By 4:30, they were 94%. And by 5:20, they were 98%. So that's just with 400 watts of solar on the roof. And it was a sunny day, but we were in a kind of a forested area. It wasn't complete sun for that whole time. So that was pretty darn good. And that's what we have generally found, that whatever I use overnight may take it down to around 50% to 60% by morning. And then the sun more than tops that off during the day. Even it doesn't have to be bright sun, but so it did a really nice job. Shirley says, bottom line, have a loud security system. We had Ty, our dog.
Ty was not a
in the car.
watchdog. Now, Bo is a watchdog. Ty was not a watchdog. We bought Ty when he was 7.5 months old, and Ty he was born in Colorado, and he was shipped to Detroit, and they were going to show him because it was a good bloodline and going to breed him. But Ty had bad teeth. His teeth were crooked. He needed braces. So anyway,
yeah,
he wasn't a watchdog.
Ma Fa asks, thanks for sharing the story. It can be learned from this what to do in case of theft. Yeah, we did have insurance, and frankly, our homeowners insurance covered it all, and that was pretty good. So it was just a hassle. I mean, the real hassle is in passwords and things like that. And I have Apple computers, so I'm able to shut them down. I'm able to, if they turned it on, which they hadn't, I would have seen where it was. But bottom line, stuff can be replaced. We were worried about how they'd treat the dog, and I had a dash cam. I had 2 cameras in. I had the dash cam that we always use now that was going out, and you could see one of the guys that broke in. And then I had a dash cam that would have taken pictures of us, when we do our stand-ups when we drive. Now, it was off because we weren't in the vehicle, but they didn't know that. So the first thing they did when they walked in is they ripped that camera off. But the dash cam, which continues to run when we're stopped, although it was pointing out, we heard everything they said. And it was so unnerving to listen to these thieves, because they were having like a regular conversation of 2 guys at work, and hey, look, here's another computer. Oh, good. Oh, look, I like this. Oh, that's a good computer. And then we heard them talking to our dog, and they were actually very nice to our dog. And so we were glad. I mean, it could have certainly been worse, and it's just stuff. And these things happen, It certainly hasn't deterred us, other than the fact that we never did get that complete story of Route 66. And that video, by the way, that's up on this channel too. I'm not sure where you'll find it. Hey, look at this. I got my son, Jeff. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Jackson Jovi, say hi. And love the videos. Hey, Jax. Hey, Jovi. Yeah.
Yeah, Grandma and Grandpa.
Grandma and Grandpa.
On the big screen.
Yeah, that's really good. I've heard it from all 3 of my kids today, so that's always a good day when you. And we're doing a big family vacation down near Nashville in about a month or so. In a couple weeks. So that's going to be pretty fun. All right. Well, with that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in on this Father's Day, and we want to wish all of the fathers out there a very happy Father's Day. Check out the video on our theft. You'll find it there. Chris, maybe you can give them a link to it, or when we always do a replay of this, and we can maybe link to it in a card or something. Our videos on the national parks and our brand new story, our brand new ebook, 7-Day Adventure Guide to Yellowstone National Park. Please, if you haven't gotten one, do so. Just go to rvlifestyle.com/Yellowstone. You can go there and learn about it. Please give this a thumbs up. YouTube loves it when we get lots of thumbs up. So if we get a bunch of those, that's helpful. And I always feel like a beggar when I say, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. But we live and breathe by the number of people who subscribe to that. This is what we do, how we are able to go out on the road, by people who subscribe. So please do subscribe. And there's a little bell icon. And when you click that, you'll be notified when we put up a new video. And it's a great deal of encouragement to us to see those subscriptions. I miss my subscribe clock.
Yeah, he bought this little clock so we can see.
Every time we get a new subscriber, it shows us the total, and it kind of comes up. So it's kind of fun to come to watch. So you guys are awesome. And somebody said that they missed where we were when we were robbed. We were in Collinswood, Illinois. I think that's the name of the suburb. It was right across the Mississippi from St. Louis. So it was just on the Illinois side of St. Louis.
Was that about 3-4 years ago?
That was the trip from hell.
Yeah.
This was. You want to hear this?
No, we've told them this before. The regulars.
Well, the regulars know, but I guess a lot of new. Okay, so that was bad enough, right?
Day 2, we get robbed.
So day 2, we got robbed. Day 3, I spent, with the new computers, getting all set. Day 4,
I got food poisoning.
Well, no, day 4, we're going to take off. All right, let's take a break. Let's go. Here's the best barbecue in Missouri. And so we pull into this barbecue place.
I got food poisoning.
She got food poisoning.
I was sick.
So that lasted for a couple of days as we continued west. We got to Arizona, and what else? Oh, I had camera gear and everything shipped to a friend in Arizona. We got our camera gear replaced. We were leaving Arizona, and you tripped coming out of a Mexican restaurant.
I'm a klutz.
No margaritas. They didn't serve anything.
I did not have a margarita.
She tripped coming out of that.
Luckily, there was a car. I fell on the car because I was just like, thank you for that car being there.
And then you started not feeling well in about Utah.
I didn't say you need another wife.
And by the time we got up to Montana, in Red Lodge, Montana, you were so bad we took you to the hospital, and they put you in the hospital for 2 days with bacterial pneumonia. Mm-hmm. I mean, really bad. And we had this group. We had, I don't know how many people, 50, 60 people there that we had to kind of hang around. We had these events, so I'm going back between the event and you and the hospital.
Lisa and Debbie took care of Ty. They needed a dog sitter.
And it was a great little hospital in Red Lodge.
10-bed hospital.
10-bed hospital, and they even let our dog come in to see you.
I guess, and that continues because we had our house a major remodel while we were gone. We had a whole bunch of work being done. Yeah. And so we came home, and they had fallen behind, and it was a dust bowl, and they were putting in wood floors. And
then it gets worse.
It gets worse.
This is 1 year.
This gets worse. This is all really back to back. And then we had a big family vacation planned in Maine. We were going to rent a house. And we thought, do we cancel the family vacation because I'm getting over pneumonia? They thought, well, the house is such a disaster. We might as well leave the house. While we were out in Maine.
We left Bo with the dog sitter.
With Ty.
We left Ty with the dog sitter.
Ty with a very good dog sitter. And we got a call that they didn't think we would make it home in time, that Ty had a tumor around his aorta. And they said, don't hurry home. You're not going to see him.
And well, we did.
We got home.
We did. We had a couple weeks with them.
We came home, and we had 10 days, and then he had to get put down. So the dog died.
That's a pretty sad story.
Yeah.
We got robbed, and the dog died, and we got the hospital, and that was all 1 year. So that was all like in a few weeks. 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Oh, 4 years.
I think it was 5 years ago.
But hey, could have been worse.
Yeah. So now that we've cheered you guys all up,
Happy Father's Day.
We're still doing this. So obviously, stuff happens, and that was all it was. And we have been very blessed to have met such wonderful people, and you guys every Sunday night. It's like a big campfire. And
so don't worry about what might happen. You'll get through it.
All right. So we are out of here. And again, if you've tuned in late and you wonder where we are on Lake George, New York. And we're staying with two of our followers who invited us to stay at one of their lakeside cottages. And we are tonight. And that's Bill and Pam Roberts, who've been just great hosts and hostess. And I think they cooked some chicken up on that grill and let's go eat it. So we'll see you guys later. Thank you. Chris will put links in all of this video if you want to go back on the replay and you can look to the stuff we've talked about. Please check the book. Please subscribe to this channel. And everybody, heck's good. And we'll end with Jeff saying, all that adventure we had makes for a great country song. The dog died. All right.
Very good, Jeff Wendland.
Excellent, Jeff Wendland. Thank you. All right, to all of you, thank you for watching. And we got a new dog. We got Bo. All's good. And Ty, he was a good boy. He got one good last trip out of it.
Yep.
All right, we are out of here. I love you guys all. Thank you much. God bless you. We'll see you down the road.
Happy trails.
Bye.